time offer for new clients on Metro returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhue.com/149.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to A to Z Savings, our biggest sale of the year.
Happy to be here. Can I get some rotors?
Would you like brake pads with that?
How much are the brake pads?
Free with Duralast rotors.
Free. Really?
Really? Free.
I also need some oil.
Would you like an oil filter with that?
Yeah, how much is that?
Free with the oil.
Free. Really?
Really? Free. It's part of A to Z Savings with hundreds of deals.
From A to free.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Ends March 9th. Restrictions apply.
It's time for game night, getting you ready for Sacramento Kings basketball.
He's got the bucket!
Game night is presented by Power Business Technology, your locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Contact them at 844-POWER-BZ or visit them at powercopiers.com. Here's your host, Scott Marsh, alongside the high flyer, Henry Turner.
And a very pleasant good afternoon to you. Welcome into game night right here. Sactown Sports 1140. Kings getting ready to take on the Houston Rockets, trying to win a season series tonight.
Yeah.
They won the first 2 of 3 against the Rockets, trying to make it 3 of 4, coming in with a win streak. The huge win over Memphis 2 days out. We're feeling good today, High Flyer.
I see you got jokes also. Win streak.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yes, we will.
You know, in a season like this, a one-game win construes a win streak for us, as the Kings didn't get it done against the Grizz.
Well, I'm going to keep it 100 out there, Scott.
Yep.
You know, the win was good for the team. Good for the team psychic. You know, you got a bunch of young guys out there trying to make their way in. You don't want to lose every game.
No.
You know, so to be able to squeeze a win out, and I don't care if it's against a lowly Memphis squad. So what? It's the game. You went out there, you competed, and you won the game. So that was big time for me.
Absolutely. And considering you were on an historic 16-game losing streak, you had to get a win.
Yeah, that's tough. You know, nobody wants to be on that end. But like I said, you know, we're rebuilding the team.
Yep.
You know, things are going to happen. It's not going to look pretty. I bet a few years ago in Detroit, it was not pretty. The whole league was laughing at Detroit 2 years ago, but they're not laughing now.
Well, how about that? Just 2 years ago, they were laughing at not only the Pistons, they were laughing at the Spurs, who are one of the worst teams in the league. They met up 2 days ago, same night that the Kings beat Memphis, as 2 of the 3 best teams in the league.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Isn't that how crazy things could change? Not that it will change that way for Sacramento, but it could change like that.
And, you know, and it's not like it happens overnight for every basketball club.
No.
You know, some clubs, it takes longer than others. Thinking about it, the New York Knicks ain't been relevant in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, since the Pat Ewing days.
Right.
But they're playing good basketball now. So it may take time. It may turn around within 2 to 3 years. But I'll tell you what, one thing that's for certain, every team has to go through it, and especially if you're a small market club, you're going to go through the rebuild.
Yep. And again, you know, we talk about the Pistons losing 28 games. We don't remember that right now, though.
I remember it.
You remember it, but what we talk about is how good the Pistons are right now.
Exactly, because they are balling right now.
Yeah.
It's far behind them, and, you know, you really don't care now, okay?
Exactly.
You remember when it first happened, everybody was doom and gloom?
Right.
You know, the Pistons should move. They should move the team.
Right.
Now when you look at it, it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter at all. All right. Game night's underway. If you want to join us, we'd love to hear from you today. 916-339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. You can text us there as well. We're also up and running in our YouTube chat. If you haven't joined us there, please sign on to our Sactown Sports site. Over 15,000 subscribers now, and we'll read your comments in the chat room as well. All right, we know that the Kings won. In the big picture, the wins and losses aren't the things we're analyzing with Sacramento, but what from what you saw on Monday night did you like?
The way the team competed, the way they played. You know, it's a lot out there to be looking at. I mean, at the end of the day, you got a lot of new players. You got young players. You know, you got a couple of veterans sprinkled in. You know, you got players playing for different things right now. You know, at the end of the day, is Russell Westbrook and Debo really playing for wins? Not really. They're playing for their legacy.
Yeah.
Right? Are the young guys playing for wins? Kind of, sort of, but they're playing for their NBA lives.
Yep.
Doug Christie, is he out there playing for the wins? Most definitely.
Of course he is.
Wins means everything to him. So it just depends upon where you are on this squad.
No doubt. Where are you at with this? Westbrook played 33 minutes. He played great. I mean, he helped carry the Kings to the win, 25 points, 7 assists. Debo played 29 minutes, had 19 points. Are you still okay with those guys at this point in the season getting 30 minutes plus?
Not really, Scooter, but you have to understand where the team is.
Yeah. I was okay with it on Monday night.
Okay, what's bigger? What's bigger?
Yeah.
Westbrook and Debo playing those minutes, or to get this skid off of these young guys back so hopefully they play a different brand of basketball. Yeah. I think that's where Doug was going with this. That's why he went with the veterans a little bit more, because they wanted this win.
I think for sure. And even if they played 40-plus on Monday, I probably would have been okay with it in this circumstance based on that losing streak. That streak had to come to a close.
It had to. So, I think that's why you saw him ride Russell a little bit longer. And plus, Russ was playing great.
He was. He had a great game.
Russ is Russ.
Yeah.
If you play him enough minutes, Scooter, he's going to give you 18 points. Yep. He's going to give you 10 rebounds. He's going to give you 8 assists, and he's going to give you 6 bad shots and turnovers.
Yep, no doubt. And he had 4 in the game. But, I mean, all the good things outrode that. Of the things I really did like to see, what about Precious Achiuwa? 22 points and 12 rebounds. And he's a guy who I think has just continued to grow, improve, become a part of the Kings this year.
I think he has proven enough to warrant them to keep him.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm not going to say he's number one on the option block of saying, Perry, you got to keep this guy.
No, but he's a piece moving forward.
But he's a piece you keep coming off your bench. He can't be your starting power forward.
Yep.
But he's a guy that you bring off the bench that will give you some valuable minutes.
Yeah.
I definitely like him. I love his energy.
Yep.
I love his effort. I love his motor. He plays the right way. He doesn't try to do things that he can't do out there on the
physical.
floor. He fits in with what the Kings really, how they want to play.
Absolutely. As we've heard the 6 pillars, Precious Achiuwa.
He checks off a lot of those boxes.
He does. Off the bench, Daquan Plowden probably had his best game up for Sacramento. 19 points, hit a couple of huge threes late in that fourth quarter.
He did.
Played 25-plus minutes. And if anything, he's showing not only to the Kings, but to the league that he may deserve an opportunity.
You know what the difference is when you talk about from Precious to Daquan? Precious is at a position to where the Kings are still trying to figure it out, trying to sort out what they're going to do at that power forward position. Now, Plowden is in that position to where you still have Debo, we still got Zach, and we got the young fella, Nick Clifford.
Yep.
It's some guys that plays that same position that's a little bit further in front of you.
Right.
So you really, really have to stand out. And even if you stand out that much, it might not want you to leapfrog those guys.
For sure. And again, like we're seeing with Killian Hayes, and even though we didn't see Patrick Baldwin, those are guys playing well in the G League who got 10-day looks, right? I mean, Plowden's got his 2-way contract. Right. But it'll be interesting to see next year for him.
The difference with Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes is kind of like where Precious is. Right now, we still are in question at that point guard position big time.
Yeah.
Big time. So if he comes in, let's say for these 10 games and really, really, really impress, he can do some damage.
Sure.
Because the Kings are looking at that position as something that they need to fill.
For sure. And again, Devin Carter for tonight listed as questionable again with the back.
That's hurting him big time.
It is. This is his time.
That is hurting him big time. That's why I said Hayes is in a great position because you're going to get those minutes. And those minutes were really allocated for Carter. He's hurt. Yeah. Bro, you got to show up and show out.
Yeah, for sure. And I think at some point we'll see Patrick Baldwin as well with Cardwell out. And as we talked about, there's really no reason to play Drew Eubanks at this point.
At all.
So
at all. I mean, like I said, these guys that are on this roster right now, they have gold at their fingertips. Yeah. Because like you said, Scott, even if it's not here in Sacramento, which Sacramento got to rebuild.
Right.
That's why I say it's gold. Your team that you're on has to rebuild. And you also get to show the rest of the league how you can play on a team that you have to play.
Exactly. So the Kings get their 13th win. They're still the worst record in the league, next with the Pacers. And as you look at it, again, the worst record only gets 14% chance of getting that number one pick. Top or bottom three get, 52% or so. I know that matters for us. This Kings team's still trying to win games, obviously.
And it's just crazy when you throw Indiana's name in there, Scott. We're talking about a team that went to the finals. We're in
one game away.
6.
Yeah.
Was in game 6, and really a lot of the professionals were like, if Tyrese Halliburton doesn't go down, Indiana might have had that championship.
No doubt. They had a chance in game 7. Tyrese giving it all, blows out the Achilles. For Sacramento, they've got Houston tonight. We'll obviously break down the Rockets a little bit here on this 5-game road trip. Good thing they got Memphis because, again, it's Houston, then you've got Dallas, and then you finish up with the Lakers. So it was good to see them get this. And what's your take on Memphis, seeing them as, again, the Grizz? We know they're a team in disarray right now.
Exactly. You put it. You hit the nail right on the head. They are another team that's in limbo that really has to do some reconstructing. And, they're going to have to find their way. They're trying to do everything that they can do to try to get better ping pong balls also. So, the one thing that they do have is they got one hell of a commodity that they have under their belt, and that's in the John Morant.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, what are you going to do with this guys? You got some pieces around, but you only got one John Morant.
No doubt. We'll see what he gets in the offseason. Obviously, they've built up some first-round picks when they moved Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bane before the season started. All right, the Kings winners on Monday, 1-1 on this trip. It's Houston. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Rockets a little bit. Kevin Durant, of course, making some noise earlier in the week about wanting to play for the Olympics in 2028. They're in third place in the Western Conference right now, tied with Denver. Are they a legitimate championship team? We'll get into that as well. It's Game Night. It's brought to you as always by Power Business Technology. Experience for yourself how the Power of Family can help you with all your business copier needs. Give them a call today, 1-844-POWER-BZ, or go to powercopiers.com. More of Game Night right here, Sactown Sports 1140.
Keegan Murray plays here.
Keegan scores another three-pointer. Keegan Murray knocking it down for 23 points. Match De'Aaron Fox for game scoring honors.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Growing your business? It's all about having the right team on the court. At Bank of Marin, we partner with businesses in the greater Sacramento area, delivering personalized service and local expertise to help you make a slam dunk. Whether it's customized lending or solutions to keep your business growing, you'll benefit from local decision-making. Expanding, acquiring additional assets, or building a lasting banking relationship? We're ready for tip-off. Bank of Marin, your local business bank. Visit us at bankofmarin.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Henry Turner. No one likes waiting. Sometimes, even minutes can feel like an eternity. So imagine if you're youth waiting for a mentor. It seems like years. Big brothers and big sisters of the greater Sacramento area need your help. More than 100 kids in the Sacramento, Yolo, and South Placer County are waiting for someone to defend their potential. Come on, Sacramento. Stand up. Let's do this the high flyer way. With your help, we can make this thing a slam dunk. Join us at bbbs.sac.org or call 916-646-9300.
Hi, this is Adam Ortner, co-owner of the historic Firehouse Restaurant in Old Sacramento. We're celebrating 65 years of excellence this season. Come visit us where our motto is guests first. We are locally owned and have been in the capital city since 1960. Come experience our finest steaks, chops, and fresh seafood. The Firehouse also has the Central Valley's most awarded wine selection. Level up your pregame at the Firehouse for a quick and easy meal with valet parking for just $10.
Get ready, Sacramento. The Sacramento Boat Show and Big RV Show is taking over Cal Expo, March 5th through March 8th. It's 2 huge shows, one massive event. Don't miss it. Get details now at twohugeshows.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Welcome back to the game night right here, Sactown Sports 1140. Scott Marsh, along with the high flyer Henry Turner. Kings and Rockets tonight. Sacramento going for their third win against Houston. It's always crazy in a season like this where the Kings have just 13 wins, as there's always that one team, that good team where you have this winning record against. The Houston's it for the Kings right now.
Always. You find that one team is like, how are they beating this team right here? Yeah. And they've been able to beat them convincingly all year.
Yeah, they did a great job both times here at Golden One Center. This one on the road, of course. The Rockets, this is a real interesting team. They had a major blow at the beginning of the year when Van Vliet went down for the season. They lost their point guard. They're still playing great. They went out and made the huge acquisition to get KD. He's been a big-time difference, despite they gave up a lot, I thought, with Jalen Green, but you had a chance to get a Hall of Famer in Kevin Durant. They currently sit 35-21. They're in third place. They're technically a half game ahead in terms of the standings. They have one less win than the Nuggets, but one less loss as well. So percentage slightly ahead of them. We talk about OKC. We talk about San Antonio. Should we be talking about the Rockets in the same way?
Yeah. Yes, no doubt. You know, my one question about the Houston Rockets, when are they going to stop playing and go ahead and sign Chris Paul to a 10-day? I'm sorry. I would at least kick the tires on having Chris Paul on my team for 10 days just to see, Scooter. You know, just to see, because it will be one of those experiments to where it can either go very, very well for you, or if it doesn't work, get rid of it.
Why do you think he's become so toxic?
I don't know. But I don't care. Oh, he retired? He's
That's what
done?
he said.
Man, I'm telling you, I would knock on his door.
It wouldn't prevent him from coming back out of retirement.
Hey, 10 days, Chris. Just give me 10 days to see if we can make this one last race. Because I tell you what, if you put it to Chris Paul like this, and we know that he said he retired, but if you put it to him like this, Chris, this will be our last-ditch effort to get a championship, bro. Yeah. And you can get it here in Houston. Man, I'm telling you, he'll come out of retirement.
I think he'd consider it. And again, he may have said he's in retirement because nobody wanted him.
Right, of course.
So,
because, see, the only thing that eludes this dude, he's first ballot Hall of Famer.
For sure.
All the way down. Him and Russell Westbrook is in the exact same boat. The only thing that's eluding him is what?
A championship.
A championship. And if you have a chance, your last-ditch effort to go out and try to play for a champion, man, come on, man. He gonna lace them shoes up and say, let's go.
For sure. And he's been so close to getting to the NBA Finals and winning. So it is a little mystifying. I kind of in your camp as well. And I think that's the biggest question with the Rockets, because the way they get after it defensively, they do so many things great. This is an excellent defensive team. But they still, when games get late, they have a tough time getting good shots.
Getting into
because
things.
They don't have a true point guard.
Right. And I think Chris Paul fits that mold perfectly, because he is scrappy on defense. He's a very good defensive-minded player.
Top 5 at all-time in steals and assists.
Runs a basketball team like no other. I mean, maybe it's just one of those things where maybe him and Ime might bump heads a little bit.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I would try it out for 10 games just to see.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Kevin Durant still on top of his game at age 38. He came back from the Achilles the entire way. It was such a devastating injury in the finals with Golden State. It's good to see him all the way back playing as an all-star, playing as a guy who's even thinking out 2 years from now he wants to be in his 5th Olympics.
Can I say a couple of things about Kevin Durant that made him, come back from this injury so flawlessly? Number one, he's thin. He's light.
Yep.
He's not putting too much pressure on that Achilles. Number two, Kevin Durant's game ain't really predicated on being very explosive. Yes, he can handle the ball. He's quick enough to get to the rack, and he doesn't put too much pounding on his body.
Yep.
So he had the things, the attributes in him already for a guy that can make a seamless comeback from an Achilles injury.
True. Now the height works against him a little bit.
A little bit, but KD isn't a guy that's, like I said, he's not big, Scott.
No, he's not.
Thin.
True.
So, he's long, but he's still got the overall weight of a guard.
He does. And obviously with the Rocket, it's not just all about Durant. I mean, Alperen Sengun and what he's been able to do. He has become one of the legitimate bigs in the league.
He is Joker 2.0. He's a big guy. He got a big body. He's very talented. He sees the floor, and he has a very unorthodox game to where it's hard to stop him.
Very hard to stop him. I mean, his moves, he doesn't play above the rim
at all.
But his footwork is second to none.
Double dime vertical. He can jump over 2 dimes stacked on top of each other. That's about it. But like I said, Scott, his game is so unorthodox is that you really can't never prepare for him because he shoots off the wrong foot with the wrong hand.
Yeah, he is hard to stop, no doubt about it. Now the Rockets are going to miss their other big man right now as he's out for the remainder of the year. But Sengun, when he's going, man, he's an unstoppable force.
He's the X factor, And one thing about Sengun is that he's starting to understand who he is. I think last year when he first started putting it together, he really didn't understand how valuable he could be. I think this year the young man knows. He knows, give me the ball. I'm the guy that can get something when it gets a little hairy, because we don't have that point guard to set everybody else up. But if you throw me the ball, I have enough game to where I can still hold us down.
Yep, and I'm talking about Steven Adams, their other center, of course, who has always been a Kings killer. Steven
Adams is just a solid NBA player. I mean, big dude. He don't want to do nothing but grab rebounds and fill up the middle. He understands he's not above the rim player anymore. He's not going to give you nothing on the offensive side, but he's going to be that plug-and-play guy that's going to be able to give you a couple of minutes and let Sengun get a little rest on the bench.
For sure. Amen Thompson's going to be out tonight, too. That's a big loss for the Rockets.
That's my guy there. That's the guy there. I think, now this is just me.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it just because he's from Oakland and I'm from Oakland. But this dude, soon as Kevin Durant gets done, he's the face of the Rockets.
Really?
He is the face of the Rockets. Even Sengun is the guy, he's right now, but Thompson is the guy that's going to be the game changer.
He's a good player, for sure. He is solid and only getting better. And that's the thing about the Rockets. I mean, Durant has some age on him, but besides him, this is a young team.
Very young team. And and they're finding their way and playing together as a young team. Scott, it's something to be said about a young basketball team that learns how to play together, but learn how to play the right way.
Right.
You get everybody on that team that's playing for the team, kind of like what OKC did and what they're doing. Everybody comes to the interview. Everybody goes to the podium. It's all about us. And when you get that type of scenario in your basketball club, you got a good squad.
Yep. All right, so if we count the Rockets as a team that shouldn't be counted out, I know you think Denver's the same way.
Yeah.
Do we go lower than 4? Did we talk about Minnesota? Did we talk about the Lakers?
No.
Okay, so those 4 and nobody else.
Done. Those 4. I don't see nothing Herculean coming the Lakers' way for them to say, okay, we're going to be able to flip this switch and make a long haul. Magic and Kareem are done, all right? And Kobe, bless his heart, he's up in the sky.
And they all got statues outside.
Exactly. None of those guys are coming through the door, so the Lakers are who they are.
By the way, have you seen that new Pat Riley statue outside Crypto?
No, I haven't.
It is sweet.
Is it?
Oh, it looks like he's on the sideline still. His full head of hair, it's all slicked back. It's got the grease going all the way back. Suit and tie.
GQ suit?
Oh, it looks like he's on the sideline diagramming that play for Magic.
That's nice.
It's cool.
I'm going to have to see that one.
They just put that out this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to see that.
Yeah, he earned it, no doubt about it. Speaking of the Lakers, we know they've got some ownership changes. They've got a new president, but they say that Rob Pelinka is going to remain in his role as general manager for the Lakers. It's going to be interesting. The same team that owns the Dodgers has bought the Lakers.
Oh, really?
$10 billion worth.
I mean, that's Magic in his group, right?
Yep.
Go figure.
Yeah. So what changes are we expecting to see? How does that affect LeBron? I mean, there's lots of things. There's always lots of things when he gets to Los Angeles.
I don't think it's going to affect any of the players, none. And, Magic already spoke about what him and Rob Pelinka went through.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that Magic is holding any ill will towards Rob, even though it came out kind of funky, But Magic knows that when it comes to L.A., he is still the guy. Rob is up under him.
Well, here's the interesting thing about it. The new president is Lon Rosen. Rosen happens to be Magic Johnson's longtime agent.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So talk about the power play.
Right. Magic knows exactly he is still the man when it comes to the Lakers.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. The Lakers had a bad loss last night, by the way, too. They had a chance to win against Orlando, fumbled a last-second chance. It was weird. Luka had a shot at a three, passed it up, gave it to LeBron, took a crazy three, they ended up losing to the Magic last night. So.
Whoa. So you mean to tell me that Luka the Don.
Yep. Passed up a game-winning shot.
Mr. Clutch.
Yep.
Passed up a shot to give it to LeBron.
The man who's never seen a shot he doesn't like.
Right. So. To give it to LeBron. That says a lot to me.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a weird sequence last night. Go check it out. But yeah, the Lakers losing last night. But for Houston, I'm with you too. I do feel like this team isn't good enough to beat OKC or San Antonio in 7 games. I can't see them getting it done.
Without a point.
Without a point guard. They got to do something, I think. And it's already past the trade deadline. So to your point, unless it's like a Chris Paul or somebody who gets waived, what are they going to do?
And Scott, that takes us back to what we talked about early on. I'm like, yes, they're good enough to get to the dance. They're definitely good enough to get to the dance. Now, are they going to be good enough to hold that trophy? And I think they're one player from it.
I think they are too. I would agree with that. All right, we've got a break. When we come back, we'll go around the league. We'll get you caught up on all the other games going on. We'll get you to all the other NBA news. Of course, focusing here, the Kings looking for a season win against the Rockets, trying to win 3 of 4 in this crazy NBA season. Game night is always brought to you by the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Sacramento. What they do is they pair outside volunteer mentors with a kid who needs an outside mentor in his or her life. If you think you could be of help, please reach out to Big Brothers Big Sisters. It's bbbs-sac.org. Get all the information today as you can do something that would really help a kid in our community. More of Game Night right after this. Sactown Sports, 1140.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
This is the sound of Jack, buzz cutting his way to a small fortune. To Jack, every time he cuts his own hair, that's $50 right in his pocket. If Jack sees DIY buzz cuts as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo is right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Oh, ouch. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Mobile carriers' message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Switch to TurboTax and file your own taxes for free in the app, because free shouldn't cost $15.99. Right? Free Tax USA? Or is it cost $15.99 Tax USA? Switch to TurboTax and file free. Free state, free federal, 100% free, 100% guaranteed. Now this is taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Switch to TurboTax and file your own taxes in the app for free by 2/28. Excludes TurboTax expert products. $15.99 charge from Free Tax USA is for state taxes.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225 or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-777-1225.
Hi, this is Henry Turner, a.k.a. the High Flyer. I've done a lot of amazing things on the basketball floor, but now it's your turn to be amazing. For more than 55 years, Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Sacramento has helped out the youth beat many odds. Too many littles, especially boys, are still waiting for volunteers, Big Brothers. Volunteers to spend at least 4 to 6 hours a month with local youth who needs guidance and support. So donate your time to Big Brothers and Big Sisters of the greater Sacramento area. Get involved. It's easy as a layup. Call 916-646-9300.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Welcome back into Game Night right here, Sactown Sports 1140. Scott Marshall on with the High Flyer, Henry Turner, taking you until 4:30 today, getting you ready for Kings Live pregame. 5 o'clock tip tonight, G-Man with the call. Game 3 of the 5-game roadie for Sacramento. They got the monkey off their backs on Monday night, stopped that hideous 16-game losing streak, winning in Memphis. See if they can put together a winning streak tonight. As we said, they're 2-1 against Houston. Trying to finish this one out. And we do have some news as well. Devin Carter will be available for tonight's game. And maybe that's what happens when you get Killian Hayes. Back feels a little better, right?
He needs to be out there.
Yeah.
He needs to be out there playing every single minute that he possibly can, because the jury is still out on this young man.
Sure. This is his proving time. So we'll see how much he gets used tonight, but we're told he is available. We'll have a full injury update in our next segment. Let's get to the games going on today, but first, just going back to last night, we talked about the Lakers losing to Orlando at the finish. Probably the marquee game last night was Cleveland and New York. How about the Cavs rolling past the Knicks 109-94, but the Cavs getting some bad news that James Harden suffered a broken thumb. He plans to play through it. He's questionable, but we'll see how that affects James Harden. And I love that move of James Harden to Cleveland. I thought it was the move of the trade deadline, and in my opinion, push Cleveland above at a real chance to get to the West, or to not only the Eastern Conference Finals, but to win it. But we'll see how Harden's able to play now.
I actually thought that it was a decent move for Cleveland. You know, I still don't understand the dynamic of why Darius Garland wouldn't get no run with them. You know, for what James Harden brings, I think Darius Garland could have did the exact same thing and probably even more, and be more acclimated with the rest of the guys.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, but at the end of the day, that's kind of like the Golden State Warrior Kuminga thing. Why is this dude not playing if he's a hell of a player this way?
You had to mention Kuminga.
Oh, of course. You know, but at the end of the day, was James Harden going to help Cleveland? Of course.
Yeah.
You know, and seeing that now, he's still going to try to play through it. Good thing for Cleveland.
Yeah, we'll see, and they're going to need him. What I loved about it was it took some of the responsibility away from Donovan Mitchell.
A lot.
To have to do everything.
A lot. And, and now it gives Harden an excuse in James Harden fashion, because we all know that, Harden has been known for playing great basketball up until it's crunch time, and then when you need him, he fades away. And guess what? Oh, no. It wasn't me. My finger broke. Remember that.
There's no doubt about that. When it comes to the postseason, James Harden hasn't delivered.
Right, and he's always had an excuse. So, once again, he has the excuse.
Well, we'll see how that affects the Cavs, but just all around in terms of their bigs inside with Mobley and Jarrett. I just think that's a team that's poised to make a run, and it's got the experience to do that. Detroit's still unproven. The Knicks, everybody says it's their year. We'll see about that. Boston, Tatum comes back. Who knows? It really should be interesting. But you did mention Jonathan Kuminga, who made his debut in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch that?
And did what?
Went for 27.
Showed up and showed
27.
out. Yeah. The dude can play. You know, I don't know why the naysayers start questioning, can the dude play? We know he can play. Everything that was going on down in Golden State was personal. It wasn't the guy's play. We saw that at the end of last year when Steph got hurt and they had to play Kuminga against Minnesota. Who showed up and showed out? Jonathan Kuminga. That's why he had, the whole league in a chokehold early on, Scooter, until he decided to sign.
He played 24 minutes.
Yep.
27 points, was 9 of 12 from the floor, 3 of 4 from downtown, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals.
Well, we know he's not going to average that.
No, but that's a heck of a debut.
A hell of a debut. That's what I'm saying. We know he's not consistently that guy, but he is a very good player. And, being able to move on from Golden State and probably have a breath of fresh air, that gives Jonathan Kuminga another reason to just go out there and just straight ball.
Probably didn't feel too good for Joe Lacob to see that last night.
You know what? It might have felt good for Joe because Joe can beat his chest and say, hey, I told y'all.
I was right.
I told you this was going to happen.
Yeah. All right, let's turn our attention to tonight's games. The big game, you've got OKC in Detroit. So you had San Antonio there on Monday. The Spurs took care of business. Now you got OKC rolling through.
You know what? You're getting battle tested. You are getting battle tested. And for you to be such a young team but still having some success, you got to go through the battles, man. And you got to go up and beat these teams, right, that have, quote-unquote, been there and done that. That's what you have to do to come over that hump.
Yeah, so we'll see if they can get it done tonight. Pistons had the best record in the league. That's gone back to OKC now. The Thunder are 45-14. The Pistons, same amount of losses, 3 fewer wins. SGA probably not going to be in the MVP repeat role because of the number of games that he's played. We know now with the Joker, with his injury, he's not going to be able to get to the 65-game threshold, most likely. How do you feel about that now that we've seen that for a couple of years? Good rule, bad rule?
I'm 50-50 on this, Scott, because, it definitely puts a hinder on the best players if they get injured. If they get injured or for some reason, cannot play the allotment number of games, then they're out. So now it brings in some other players into the forefront that might not be all the way MVP caliber worthy at this particular time, but they're in the talks because they have all the games.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like it because there's load management, and I understand why they were doing it because of the Kawhi Leonards and everything else. They didn't want to award somebody who sat out on load management for 20 games. Embiid, I guess, would fit in that category too, perhaps. But for legitimate injuries, for somebody like the Joker, who's the best player in the world, not to qualify because of a legitimate injury, I think it's wrong.
It's tough, like I said.
Don't like it.
It's 50-50. On one side of the coin, yes, it helps for teams that really want to play that game. But then on the other side of the coin, it hinders players from who have legitimate reasons not to play.
Well, not only that, but it's affecting contracts, bonuses, max, super max, especially when it comes to all NBA.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, the all NBA and the super max, just in case if you're up for a contract, because I always think, Joker's going to always get the max, but he might not get the super max if he wasn't, if he didn't qualify to make that all NBA team.
Right. And then, De'Aaron Fox was in a situation like that. So that's where I think it's wrong. But again, how you monitor it, and that's where the league has the issues. How do you monitor legit injuries, load management? How do you manage teams that are playing their reserves versus tanking? Like those are just situations where there's no easy call.
And see, Scooter, that's still the debate that's up right now because they still have you found an answer for the MVP candidates. You got that answer.
Yeah.
But you still don't have the answer to teams not playing their players.
Nope.
That was the bigger issue here. They were doing all of this to stop teams from tanking and sitting their players. They still haven't found an answer for that.
No, Adam Silver kind of floated out the idea of making all the rookies and draft picks free agents. I think that would be a terrible idea.
I think they're just trying everything right now, Scott, because there's nothing you're going to be able to do to make guys play. Because at the end of the day, it's too easy to say, you know what, Scooter? My thumb hurts. I can't go.
Yep. What used to be the old plantar fasciitis.
Right. The old Nintendo thumb.
Patella tendonitis.
the Nintendo thumb. I can't go.
Exactly.
I've been playing Nintendo all night.
All right, other games. You got the Spurs and the Raptors. Victor Wembanyama, is he going to be the MVP?
Maybe. Good chance. Very, very good chance. If they keep playing the way that they're playing and he is the number one, he is the head of the snake. And then, you got to think about this too, Scooter. The NBA is still looking for a face of the NBA.
Yeah.
They're looking for that new face because, LeBron ain't going to be here too much longer.
It's not Ja.
Right, and it's not Ja, right? It's got to be somebody that has that type of charisma, that type of look, that type of game, and the unicorn is it.
Yeah, Wemmy's a pretty good choice for sure. You got the Warriors and the Grizz. Warriors just hovering right around 500. Curry's been hurt with that knee, 30-28. We know what the Grizz are at. Warriors, they will probably get into the play-in, but they really don't have a chance to advance.
At all. I mean, as much as we love Golden State, we love the dynasty that they had, we love the run that they were on, they still have some resemblance of that, but at the end of the day, they don't have enough to make another run at a championship. They're another one of those teams that, they can be good, they can be competitive, they're going to win some games, but the end-all, be-all, I don't think they got enough.
I don't think they do either. All right, Cavs and Bucks. We talked about Harden. We'll see if he plays. Then the Celtics in Denver tonight. Jaylen Brown, the other one who might be a dark horse MVP.
Real close, yes, because for what he's been doing for Boston, it's Herculean. Everybody thought Boston was going to be right back down to where Indiana is because, you lose the head of your snake, and then you lose a couple of your big-time complimentary players that was in that championship team, and you're like, nah, they're going to be rebuilding. No, Boston has still been able to play good basketball, play at a Herculean rate, and it's through JB.
Yep. All right, we'll break. When we come back, it'll be time for our Firehouse Restaurant Who's on Fire. We'll get to the injury report. We'll put it in the bank as well. We'll break down Kings and Rockets. 5 o'clock tip right here. Sactown Sports, 1140.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's happening for Chrysler's President's Day sales event?
It's already starting to warm up, and that means we're going to go outside and enjoy all California has to offer. And there's no better way to do that than a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. Right now, you can lease one for $399 a month for 39 months, which includes a $6,000 Hoblet discount.
Oh man, those Jeeps look so good, and they're so much fun.
It's true. There's nothing like a new Jeep Wrangler. But whatever you're looking for, you can find it at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter. With over 200 vehicles available and almost 70 under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$6,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon after $6,000 Hoblet discount. $399 special lease with $39.95 due at signing plus tax, license fees, and dealer accessories. 7,500 miles per year, 30 cents per mile over for well-qualified buyers with 720 plus FICO. Must finance through Stellantis. 3 net savings. Sample VIN 205698. See dealer for details.
Hi, this is Adam Ortner, co-owner of the historic Firehouse Restaurant in Old Sacramento. We're celebrating 65 years of excellence this season. Come visit us where our motto is guests first. We are locally owned and have been in the capital city since 1960. Come experience our finest steaks, chops, and fresh seafood. The Firehouse also has the Central Valley's most awarded wine selection. Level up your pregame at the Firehouse for a quick and easy meal with valet parking for just $10.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Business moves fast, and so do we. At Bank of Marin, we team up with businesses in the greater Sacramento area to help you drive the lane and score big. With dedicated relationship bankers and local decision-making, we help you move quickly, whether you're upgrading equipment, buying your next building, streamlining cash flow, or fueling growth. From expansion to investment, we're ready to help you win. Bank of Marin, your local business bank. Visit us at bankofmarin.com. Member FDIC.
Welcome back into Game Night right here, Sactown Sports 1140. Scott Marshall on with the High Flyer, Henry Turner. Our final segment will break down Kings and Rockets. Let's get to the injury update for tonight. Anthony, I know you have that. Take it away.
Yes, I do. For the Sacramento Kings, Devin Carter was originally listed as questionable. As you said earlier, he is available. Dylan Cardwell still out with that ankle. Obviously, DeAndre Hunter, Zach LaVine, and DeMontis Sabonis all out for season. For the Houston Rockets, Amen Thompson and Jayshawn Tate are both out for the game, with Steven Adams and Fred VanVleet out for the season for them. If you are looking forward to seeing Patrick Baldwin, we do not have an update on him. He's not on the injury report, so there is a chance there. Killian Hayes also is not on the injury report, so he will be playing.
I'm going to think we'll see both of them tonight, High Flyer. I'd be surprised if we don't see Patrick Baldwin, assuming he is available.
Right. You know, I don't know what's going on with that, but Hayes, yeah, no doubt. He just played.
Yep, got about 10 minutes on Monday.
Oh, yeah, definitely going to see him out there. So, you know, another chance for another young player to come out and show what he can do.
Yeah, and they're on 10-day contracts, so it's not like they've got a long sample size here. They can sign a second 10-day contract.
And see, and that's the beauty of a 10-day contract, because, you know, you can get signed to an NBA team, and they probably just let you sit on the bench. They might not even use you. Yep. But when you come in on a 10-day, oh, no, they're going to put you out there on the floor.
Yeah.
You're going to get some minutes to play.
No doubt. All right, let's get to our Firehouse Restaurant. Who's on fire? High Flyer, any nominees?
Wow. The San Antonio Spurs.
Oh, it's a good call. 9 straight.
The San Antonio Spurs are definitely on fire. Playing great basketball. They're clicking at the right time. You know, everybody's getting involved. It's not just Wemby. Everybody. Castle's playing well.
Yeah.
Even old man Harrison Barnes, D. Fox, they're getting it done collectively as a unit. I would have to say the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's interesting to watch De'Aaron play, too. He was certainly the alpha dog here in Sacramento. He was Mr. Clutch. He earned it. I mean, he scored more points than any player in the league in the fourth quarter. But now he's kind of got to take that step back with that team. Wemby is your number one option. Castle's kind of been that number two option. Fox is always a great option, but he's not necessarily your first option.
And sometimes, Scott, that takes so much pressure off of a player that you get a chance to see a better version of them because they know that they're not the end-all, be-all to a win.
Yep. All right. We'll go with that. San Antonio, good call. The Firehouse Restaurant, iconic restaurant in our capital city. Just learned, talking with Adam Ortner, they have 5 different private rooms. Great place for a wedding, their corporate events. They can seat over 100 plus.
Wow.
So not only is it a great restaurant, but it's a great place to have that next event, wedding, corporate outing as well. The Firehouse Restaurant, located 2nd Street, Old Town, Sacramento. All right, let's look at Kings and Rockets tonight. As we mentioned, Sacramento's kind of had Houston's numbers. They've won 2 of 3, a chance to get the season win. Record-wise, sometimes you just can't explain those things, why that happens. Obviously, it's different lineups tonight, for Sacramento and for Houston, too. They're down a couple of men. We're not looking at wins or losses, per se. We're looking at individuals and building off things. What do you want to see the Kings build off of tonight?
Well, the one thing that they're going to have to do, Scott, is that they're going to have to play defense.
Yeah.
Because the Houston Rockets have big-time weapons and big-time scores. That's number one. Number two, they're going to have to take care of the basketball. If the Kings come out and turn the basketball over like they've been guilty of, like they did against San Antonio and they did it against Memphis, turn that basketball over against Houston, different ball game.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt they're going to have to meet the physicality, and that's exactly what Doug talked about after the game on Monday night when talking about the Rockets. The first thing you've got to have when you take on an Ime Udoka team, you've got to be out there with a high competitive spirit and be ready to mix it up.
Yeah, and high basketball IQ, all of that, because, that's the way they play. At the end of the day, they play as a unit.
No doubt. I mean, it's certainly a blueprint for the way the Kings want to play in a lot of ways.
Oh, for sure. A lot of teams have taken that type of mentality and saying, okay, this is the way we're going to be successful.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've seen the league go to length, athleticism. That's kind of what's valued. Bigger guards now. Obviously, stretch fours have been keys. Do you think this is an NBA fad, or is this the direction we're going to see for the foreseeable future?
Yeah, I think it's the direction, Scott. A bunch of high octane, high motor type guys, long, lean guys. I honestly think, the day of the big man is gone. Of course, you got a couple of teams that have very dominant big men, but the day of just putting one guy down in the center and letting him dominate that way is over with. I mean, even Jokic, our number one center, he plays on the outside. He shoots threes.
Right. The day of low post big men.
The day of low post big man is yesteryear.
Yeah, that's true. But the day of big men certainly is still huge.
No, I mean, it's always something to be said when you're 7 foot.
Yeah.
And if you're 7 foot and you can play a guard's game, kind of a la Wemby, yeah, you're a special guy in this league.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Bake a Marin time, put it in the bank. What can we put in the bank tonight?
I don't know, Scooter. You take the bank. I had on fire.
All right. Well, Daquan Plowden went for 19 in the win against Memphis. I'm saying he goes for another 15 plus tonight.
He's a guy that's in a very peculiar situation. A lot of our young guys, they don't have anybody in front of them right now, so they can go out and they can play and they can be real relaxed. He's a guy that's in that log jam. It's him. You got Malik Monk. Yep. You still got DeMar DeRozan. You still got Zach LaVine. You got Nick Clifford. You still have Carter. He's in that type of situation, but still can go out and play major minutes. It might not be here with Sac, but he might improve himself somewhere else.
No doubt. He's making a case that he belongs at this level, and certainly showed that on Monday night. So that's what I'm going to put in the bank. Again, it's brought to you by Bank of Marin. Office is now here in Sacramento. All right, final thoughts, High Flyer, for tonight.
Energy, effort, play hard, fellas. Take care of the basketball, and we'll let the chips fall where they may.
Let's get the 2-1 on this trip. Let's go 3-1 against the Rockets.
Hey, I am with that. We understand mismatches help, but Think about it. It was a whole different lineup the last time that happened.
It is. Unfortunately, we don't have time for your theme song tonight.
That's all right.
That you ripped out on Monday, but I did record it. It's becoming the official theme song. Again,
we have more games.
All right, we do have more games, that's for sure. Kings 13-46, trying to get win number 14 on the year against a good Houston team that has championship aspirations. Keep it tuned here. Kings Live pregame is next. Jason Ross sits in with the high flyer for that 5 o'clock tip tonight. G-Man with the call.